Hey everybody, it's Ian the Off Kilter Crafter. I hope you're having a great day today. It is the beginning of October and spooky season. Well, technically, I feel like it started at September, but officially we have hit spooky season with it being October 1st. So let's talk about everything that happened in the month of September for me. First off, I was able to send the pride flags that I have created so far to their recipients, both of whom really enjoyed receiving those and absolutely love them. So very glad I was able to send those out to my friends and share a little bit of pride love with them. And I can't wait to see where they end up putting them up at and all the things that they, how it fits into their decor and all that kind of stuff. But I'm very excited that they loved their wall hanging quilts, and yeah, I'm just super excited that they have new homes. Next up, I was able to finally finish the Spectral Sensation quilt. This was a quilt that I've been working on since about February. Well, I received the fabric in February from my friends over at Northcott. They sent me some fabric and a pattern to work on, so that way I could work with the Patrick Loose Glisten fabric. I almost forgot the name for a second. I don't know why I forget that name. Worked with the glisten fabric to put it together and love how it turned out. I finally finished it so that way I could send them all of the photos and videos for it. Sorry guys, I really appreciate everybody at Northcott for being so generous with the timeline that happened from February until now. But it's done, it's gorgeous, and I have washed it. It is on my bed, and that crinkle effect has just, oh, it's so good on this one. I love it a lot. If you've never used some of that fabric, make sure to go check out the Glisten fabric line. There are so many colors to choose from, and that pearlescent shine on it is something like I've never seen before. So check it out. It's a lot of fun, and you can make some pretty cool creations with it, I feel like. Now, earlier in the month, you may have missed my semi-rant on what it's like to start a small business. I am in the process of getting the ball rolling on getting a small business for my brand, my small little empire, if you will, of what I'm working on. And it's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. There's still a lot of moving pieces that I need to figure out. Bank accounts, the freaking number that you need to get for tax purposes and LLC and all the things. There's just so much there. And when you're working a full-time job on top of that, it makes it even more difficult. So it's been a very long process, and everybody says it's not hard to get the things that you need to get, and that is true, but there's just not enough hours in the day to get it all done. So I've been kind of slowly working towards that and figuring out what's going to be the best for all of the scenarios and every scenario, all that kind of stuff. So I've been working really hard to I've been working really hard to try and make this happen, but it's just not going to happen this year. I was trying so hard to get merch available by the end of the year. I was really hoping to have, Halloween merch out there. I have the stickers printed, I have designs ready to go, but it's just not going to happen. And I think it's going to make more business sense if I start everything on January 1. So that way the taxes and all of that process is a little bit easier, so it's a clean cut starting January 1st. That also means my pattern that I've been working on is delayed until hopefully the beginning of next year. It's just so much to work on and do, and it just makes more sense to start off January 1 or near January 1. It's not going to be January 1 when everything launches, but it's going to be a lot easier to get it off at the beginning of the year versus trying to figure out 2025, when did everything start, where does it all land. There's so much to keep in mind. So as much as it makes me sad, I think it'll be worth the wait once I do get everything launched and started, and I hope that you aren't too disappointed with me and will embrace everything when I am able to launch it, hopefully towards the beginning of next year. Now, if you missed it, every Friday of September, I was over at Becca's and we sewed on a project together. It was Quilt Seeds, I believe is the name of the projects that we were working on. There are 4 patterns, and every Friday we worked on another one of those patterns. I made 4 of them using the Damask line from Rose City Originals. Love how they turned out, and I think I'm going to put them together in one quilt. It may not be like a full-size quilt, it may be like a lap quilt. I don't know. I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do with them yet, but I know I am going to put them all together in a quilt. Becca decided to make all of hers mini quilts, so make sure to go check out what she did with hers over on her YouTube channel. And hopefully once I get the top put together, I will post a picture over in the Facebook group, so make sure to go check that out. Another finish that I had this month was working on a commission quilt for one of my friends. He loves Disney, so I used the Take Me to the Magic pattern, and it's a little imperfect, to be quite honest. I made the mistake of adding some moisture, aka best press, onto a layer cake whenever I was working on this pattern, and unfortunately it shrank some of the pieces down. So that means that I did not have the perfect 5-inch squares that I was asking for in the pattern, which is really unfortunate because it did end up causing some misalignment on seams. I hope my friend still loves it and will enjoy it. I just feel bad that some of those seams are very much not aligned. It's pretty much a grid structure for this quilt. It's all 5-inch squares, right? And so it can be really difficult to figure out. It can be really hard if you're not careful to get them all lined up, is what I meant to say. And it kind of happened, unfortunately. I think everything is going to be fine. I think he's going to love it, and I think not many people will be able to tell, but it just disappoints me because I, of course, want to do my best work for my friends and any commission quilts that I work on, and so it was a bummer not having it come out as perfect as I would have liked. I think he's going to love it. He's seen pictures of it already, and he tells me that he is absolutely in love with it. He cannot wait to get it. I'm going to be taking it with me because he lives in Orlando, so I'm going to be taking it with me when I go to Disney and delivering it to him in person, which I am excited about. I just hope he likes it when he sees it in person. He tells me he will, but we'll find out in December when I'm there. Now, speaking on not knowing if you're going to like something or not, I'm still not 100% convinced that I'm going to like the Puzzle Mystery Quilt. As you know, I got Triton, and it is still not growing on me. It is still not growing on me. Who knows? When I put the whole quilt together, it may, but this month, put another clue together, and I'm not feeling the colors. I'm hopeful by the end of it that it will come together and I will absolutely love the design that it makes, but we'll have to wait and see at the very end if that is the case. I also worked on getting Freebird put together. We are very close to wrapping that one up, so I'm excited to see what that one looks like. And I have tried to guess a little bit of what Flyaway looks like, and honestly, I've had so much going on, I really haven't had a chance to sit down and work on it. So maybe I'll get a guess out before the big reveal, but more than likely, I'm just going to have to take the instructions and put it together and get it ready for the big reveal versus trying to spend that time on guessing it and figuring it out, because I just don't think I have the time right now, but that's okay. There's always the next one that I can try and guess. Also this month, I had the chance to go with Becca to the Sewing and Quilting Expo, which was a lot of fun. I went to that last year, right after just kind of landing here in Virginia. By the way, I have officially been here 1 year, which is crazy to think that a year has already passed by. It seems to have gone in the blink of an eye. It really is hard for me to believe it. It really is. So I'm excited that I am here. And, you know, I thought once I got here, it would be... I thought once I got here, there'd be so much more travel to, you know, local things and doing local things and making new friends and everything. And I have made friends. I've started to make friends and I've started to get accustomed to the area. But it's just, that time seems to have just flown and I don't know where it went. I have many more years to come here, so I'm excited to see what the future brings. A trip to New York is on the list. I thought I was going to do that within 6 months of moving here because it's only a 4-hour train ride away, but you know, here I am a year later and I still haven't done it yet. So that is on the bucket list to accomplish, as I've never been to New York before and it's so close. It's so close. I need to get out there and see what's going on up in that part of the world, but that will be on the list of things to do, and we'll see what happens in the coming months. Oh, I totally forgot to talk about the quilt show. It was a fun quilt show and I enjoyed it. It is a smaller quilt show than what I'm used to. Again, everything is bigger in Texas, as they say, and this is no exception. The show is good because it does bring some of the best of the North Texas Quilt Festival up to this area. So I do get to see some familiar names and some people that I love their work, and also it's a little taste of home. So I am glad to go to the show, and of course I get to see some lovely vendors who are my friends. and it's great to talk with them and catch up with them and see them. And of course, I get to see some of you out there who get the chance to go to the show as well. So it's a fun time, but it's more of a vendor show, to be completely honest. There's more vendors than I feel like there are quilts. That's not true, but it feels that way. And it's not to say that there's anything wrong with that. It's just, I know when I'm going, it's going to be a more vendor show than a actual quilt show, if you will. Again, there are quilts for you to check out. I'm not trying to knock that show. It is a good time if you have a free afternoon, but it's definitely not something that I would like spend the whole weekend going to. It's worthy of a day at most. I also had the chance to go to the Maryland Renaissance Festival, which is my first time going. It is a very popular Ren Fest from what I understand. In fact, a lot of the days have been sold out. A lot of the Saturdays, at least, have been sold out. So I'm really glad I got the chance to go on a Sunday. Thank you everyone for allowing me to shift my schedule over so that way I could go to the show. By the way, I forgot to mention during the quilt show, I did do a recap of some of my favorite quilts from the show, so make sure to check out that live stream if you haven't already. A lot of people say that they like that format, so I think I'm going to keep that format moving forward. But anywho, the Ren Fest was so much fun. I enjoyed it. I haven't been to a Ren Fest in couple of years, so it was really great to spend that time. And you know, Renfest people are just so much fun. It is fun to dress up. Yes, I dressed up, although incoherently. I don't feel like I had a cohesive costume, but hey, I dressed up anyways, and it was fun. My friends didn't dress up, but they've told me next year when we go that they will, and so I can't wait to do that again next year. The vendors are amazing. The shows, we didn't really take the time to watch any of the shows because there just wasn't anybody that we really wanted to see. Jacques the Whipper is on the list. Is it Jack or Jacques? Anyways, he's on the list for me to see, and I was excited because he was at the Ren Fest, but unfortunately he ended his run before I was able to go to the Ren Fair, so I wasn't able to see him. One of these days, I literally leave Texas and he goes to Texas, and then I get here and he leaves the Renfest early before I get there. Anyways, I'll see him at some point. He's so much fun. If you haven't seen him on TikTok, make sure to go check him out. He's a blast. All in all, though, it was a really fun day, and I can't wait for next year, and I need to save up my money for next year so that way I can partake in purchasing some of the wares that the vendors are offering. Rounding out the month, we finished the Carnival quilt top. This is a Vegas roll. A Vegas roll, is that right? Vegas strip, that's the word. A Vegas strip pattern from the So Yeah Brothers. They had the pattern is called Carnival, and I had this kind of spooky Halloween, not spooky, it's not spooky at all. It's actually, I think it's called Spooky Schoolhouse. Well, I guess it is spooky because it does have the name in it. Anyways, it's a cutesy kind of Halloween fabric line, and I was sent it by, I believe Lori sent it to me if I remember correctly. She sent it to me, I don't even know. I think I had it before I moved. So it's been sitting in the closet, on the shelf, wherever it's been for a few years now, I feel like. And I wanted to do something with it. So I finally sat down, grabbed the pattern off of the website, and we finished the Carnival quilt top, and it's ready for the long arm. I even have binding ready to go for it. I just need to sew all of that together, but super excited that it's done, and it will be it'll be a good quilt to finish during the month of October, and hopefully I will be able to. I'll update you at the end of October if I was able to finish it, and hopefully we'll see a full quilt put together. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. It's cute. I don't think I'm going to keep it though, so I haven't decided if I'm going to give it to someone or do a giveaway with it, or I don't know what. But at some point it will pop back up and we will figure out what to do with it from there. Who knows? Maybe my nieces or nephews might like it. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, it was a fun quilt top to work on. We spent 3 weeks working on that. Again, thank you for allowing me to spend 3 weeks on that. I'd hoped to finish it in 2, but you know, it was just kind of crazy. And honestly, the reason why we didn't finish it in 2 weeks is because of you, because of your generosity. The first week that I was working on it, y'all took over my live stream to crowdfund the teleprompter, and I will take a picture of it so that way I'm talking to it right now. Yeah, I will take a picture of it so you can see what I'm talking about and how it's all set up. But thanks to all of you again so much for helping me get the funds for the teleprompter. It's a huge tool. I'm using it right now. I actually have my notes on the screen, so that way I can glance at them and figure out what I want to talk about next. So thank you guys so much for helping to make that happen. I really am truly appreciative to each and every one of you who made that happen and helped out. And even if you weren't able to be a part of that, just sharing my videos out, liking, subscribing, all that stuff, that helps out my channel and helps me grow. So you also helped, and I appreciate you just as much. So there we go. Lots going on this month. A lot of projects finished, a lot of fun extracurriculars that happened, and just so much fun during the month of September. Spooky season right now, so we've got lots of fun things to go to. I'm going to go to a witchy market, I believe. It's something of that nature, and that's going to be happening later this month, so I'm excited to go attend that and see what all is there. And then I've got to figure out what I'm going to do for Halloween. I don't have any Halloween plans yet, so maybe I can I can scare up some fun on Halloween. I can't wait for who knows what's going to happen then. That's a month away. For now, though, let's see what everybody out there in the world of Facebook worked on. So don't forget, if you want to have your item possibly featured on a future video. Why did I say that so weirdly? I don't know. If you are working on a project, make sure to share it in the Facebook group. I might feature it in a future recap video. In fact, today I'm going to feature 5 of my favorites. So make sure to check that out, and don't forget to head over to the Facebook group and share it with us. Projects that you're working on, projects that you finished 20 years ago, whatever you want to show off. We all love to see it. So let's check out the top 5 for this month. All right, I think that's going to do it for this month. We will do this again in a month when October is over and Halloween is over and we start into the holiday season. Although I am kind of excited for it this year because that means I'm closer to my Disney trip, and I can't wait for that. Tisha and I have been talking back and forth like crazy, counting down the days until it's time to go on our trip. So can't wait to see her again, and I cannot wait to see the fun that I'm going to get into while I'm enjoying Disney World for the first time during Christmas. I think that's the only place on earth that I might actually enjoy the Christmas season. Anywho, hope you have a great day today, and remember guys, normal's just a setting on the dryer. Bye!